book is Charlie and Lola. I can't stop hiccuping. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Lola is practicing the words to her song. She is singing it with Lola tonight at the school concert. Lola and Lola sing, "The spring is here, the cold has fled, the flowers bloom and raise their heads. Spring is here, spring is here, spring is here at last." Then Lola and Lola giggle and giggle until Lola has hiccups. In art class, Lola paints a bird with a big tail and a teeny tiny beak. Hic! When Lola hiccups, her brush flies across the painting. Arnold says, "Now it looks like an airplane." Lola says, "But I didn't want to paint an airplane." At recess, Lola says, "My hiccups won't go away." So I say, "I have an idea. Look at my finger very, very closely." Then Marv jumps out of nowhere. Boo! Lola screams, "Ah! Why did you do that?" Marv says, "To scare away your hiccups." Then Lola says, "They're completely gone." In class, Lola says, "The concert's gonna be all right now that my hiccups have gone away." Lola says, "Oh yes, do you like my tower?" Lola leans in for a closer look. Lola knocks Lola's tower over. Lola says, "Sorry, Lola." At lunch, everyone tells Lola different ways to get rid of her hiccups. She pats her head and rubs her tummy. She drinks from the wrong side of her cup. He says, "Ah," for as long as she can. Then Lola tries lying on her back and wiggling her legs in the air. Lola asks, "Is it working?" Lola says, "Yes, they're gone." But later, during our snack, Lola's hiccups come back. "Oh," says Lola, "at first they were funny, but I don't want to have them anymore." I say, sometimes things can be fun at first, but then you get a bit fed up, like strawberries. First one's always super delicious. And Lola says, if you eat too many of them, they're not fun, just like my hiccups. So I say, "What hiccups?" And Lola says, "They're gone again." Lola and Lola are at backstage before the school concert. Lola says, "I haven't hiccuped for nearly one whole hour." Lola says, "Should we have one last little practice?" Lola and Lola sing their song and they giggle and giggle, then Lola says, "Oh no, we'd better get Charlie." Lola says, "Lola made me laugh and I got the hiccups again. How can I sing with the hiccups?" So I say, "Try making me laugh, then I can catch your hiccups. Then you won't have them." Lola wiggles and makes silly faces. Lola blows a raspberry. I say, "Hee hee hee, On stage, Lola and Lola sing their song. The spring is here, the cold has fled, the flowers bloom and raise their heads. Spring is here, spring is here, spring is here at last. Lola sings the song without even one little hiccup. Everyone claps, especially me and Marv. Marv asks, "How did you do it?" I say, "I pretended Lola has given her hiccups to me." We all laugh, and all of a sudden hic! Marv says, "Very funny, Charlie." I say, "Hic! Now I really have the hiccups." The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Charlie thought that he gave his hiccups to Lola, and then when they all started laughing, he got hiccups. Charlie and Lola, I would like to actually keep it. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Lola really loves her toy fox. Lola says, "Don't let your egg go all freezing and cold, Foxy." Can you do some more pushing, Foxy? Now, Foxy, we can count sheep. 1, 2, 3. Lola loves Foxy so much, she takes him almost everywhere. On the way to school, Lola says, "Look, an actual toy rabbit. I should take it to school." "It looks so lonely," says Lola. I say, "We should leave it here on the wall. Then whoever lost a rabbit can come back here and find it." At lunch, Lola says, "I am still slightly worrying about Rabbit." And Lola says, "I'm sure someone will come and get him. He might even be home by now." But Lola says, "What if he isn't? Let's check." "What if a bat takes him to a big, huge cave?" says Lola. "Or what if a big, ginormous bird flies off with him?" says Lola. So I say, he's too big for a bird to carry off, and bats only come out at nighttime. On our way home, Lola says, "Charlie, Rabbit is still here." So I say, "Let's take him home." But Lola says, "How are we going to find out who Rabbit belongs to?" And I say, "I have an idea." "We can put posters up," I say, "and then Rabbit's owner might see them and call us." So Lola, Marv, and I put up posters everywhere. Lola says, "Now what do we do?" And I say, "We just have to wait." At home, Lola says, "Has anyone called yet?" And I say, "Lola, we only just put up the posters." And she says, "Charlie, someone will call soon, won't they?" And I say, "I'm sure they will. Don't worry, Rabbit. We will find your home," says Lola. Lola takes very good care of Rabbit. She brushes his teeth. She gives him tea. Time for tea. And even cuddles with him at night. The next day, Lola says, It's been ages, Charlie. What if no one ever calls? What will we do then?" "I guess you can keep Rabbit," I say. "Really?" says Lola. "Yes," I say, "but I'm sure someone will call." A bit later, the phone rang. I say, "Hello?" "Yes, it's a blue rabbit." "Yes, we will wait for you to come and collect it." "Lola," I say, "Rabbit's owner is coming to get him right now." "But I really like Rabbit," says Lola. So I say, "But Lola, he isn't yours. The boy who owns Rabbit wants him back." Then the doorbell rings. "Hoppy!" says the boy. "It's Hoppy!" And Lola says, "I absolutely looked after him for you." And he says, thank you very much." Lola says, I will miss Rabbit very much, but Foxy won't. He said Rabbit keeps stealing the blankets. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when the little boy came to get his toy rabbit back. This book is Charlie and Lola, but I am an alligator. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. One thing Lola loves is dressing up. "This is my favorite fancy dress costume, and I am not never taking it off," says Lola. Then Lola says, "Did you know alligators live in swamps and rivers where they are very difficult to see? That's because they're camouflage. And you know, alligators lay eggs, not babies. And sometimes they grow bigger than even our table," says Lola. "So you see, Charlie, alligators are really very interesting. That's why I am going to wear my alligator costume all the time." So I say, "All the time, Lola?" And she says, "Yes, Charlie, I am not taking it off ever. Never." When Mom takes us shopping, Lola says, "I want to eat what alligators eat." I say, "I don't think they eat frozen shrimp, Lola." But Lola shouts, "Oh, they absolutely do, Charlie. Alligators love frozen shrimp." And I say, "Shh, Lola, everyone's looking at us." At the park, Lola's still wearing her alligator costume. Marv says, "Have you asked her to take it off?" So I say, "A gazillion million times," but she says she's going to wear it forever. Then Marv says, "Well, she can't wear it to school, can she?" And I say, "No, she can't wear it to school." "Of course I'm going to wear it to school," says Lola. And I say, "I really don't think it's such a good idea. Won't your friends think wearing an alligator costume is a bit strange?" Lola says, "No, Charlie, I think they will all want alligator costumes too, especially when I do my talk." So I say, "Your talk?" And Lola says, "Yes, Charlie, we have to do a talk in assembly tomorrow. It's called All About Me." And I say, "But you are not an alligator, Lola. Don't you think it would be better if you tell the whole school about you, dressed as you? You could tell them about how you like drawing, and how you always hop into the bed, and how pink milk is your favorite and your best." Lola says, "That would not be very interesting. Everybody already knows I like pink milk." So I say, "I could help you with your talk if you like." But Lola says, "I do not need any help." At assembly the next day, Lola says, "My name is Lola, and I like dressing up. At the moment, I like dressing up as an alligator because it is my most favorite costume and it is my best. I used to like dressing up as a Spanish lady, or sometimes as a circus person. I could also dress up as a doctor or a caterpillar who turns into a butterfly." And the whole class says, "Wow!" Lola says, "I love dressing up because I can be whatever I want to be, and that is my best." Everyone cheers. And I say, "Well done, Lola." Next day, Lola is not an alligator. She has whiskers, pointy ears, and a tail. Lola says, "Meow." And I say, "Oh no!" The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is, at the end, Lola dresses up as a cat. Thank you for reading with me.